And of course, the old discovered mate. I would actually like to call this the Reti mate, right? Where he sacked his queen on d8 and played bishop to g5 and bishop to d8 when the king ran to c7, as there were pawns here, rook on this square, knight on that square. So the Richard Reti mate followed by the...
Start at the beginning. Basically, you're going for an AP class in chess when you study Kasparov or Magnus. And if you've not passed all of your primary school classes, your fundamentals, your absolute basics, which are Lasker, Capablanca, Morphy, Alekhine, then it becomes very difficult to jump into science at a higher level. Studying the game in its entirety is the way to go. You have to develop all parts of your game equally in order to increase in strength, because opponents are going to be weak in various areas of the game, and if you can win 2 out of 3 of the areas of the game, then like on American Idol or any of those voting survivor shows, you will move on to the next coordination. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. It has been a minute, a very long minute since we have been streaming. I have been working on my own personal book projects. Yes, that's plural. Probably if there was only one, I would be getting finished with them a little bit faster. But that's not the case. Let's recycle some of the top non-copyrighted music sounds. And we will see if we can rejuvenate our dojo in the mornings. I've not been playing quite as regularly. We'll see how that shows. And as usual, I underestimated the amount of time it would take me to get online. 2-factor authentication. You can see that I accidentally typed the number into the wrong window. Let's close this and reopen it and hope that that works. Let's get our sound alerts going. For what it's worth, I need to retool those as well. Let's see if the chat is even working. We haven't used it in so long. Sometimes when you lose it, it's because you haven't used it. We are back on Kick. YouTube. And of course Twitch, the original. Caleb Kiptu, where are you, buddy? We may have to jettison him from the arena for a moment so that the next person in line gets a game. This is only a temporary thing. I will take him out and put him right back in. Kick someone from the team. This is a way to pause a viewer that is not actually in the tournament. Decline requests. We'll bring him back in. Let's accept those two as well. And now that he's paused, the next person that comes in will get a game. So 2 wonderful books that came out within the last few years. Key Elements of Chess Strategy and Key Elements of Chess Tactics by Georgy Lazitsyn. 2 Russian classics translated by Quality Chess I have been working on. Mostly I'm working on them for students, unfortunately. I don't see that I'm streaming on Twitch. There we go. We're all caught up. Now that we're streaming on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, and we're all caught up, give a plug to our ever so faithful, timeless and immortal Chess Informant publications. I hope they're doing well. It's been a while. Another lovely book that I realized that I had not completely retooled and gone through is Alexander Alekhine's biography and Best Games by Alexander Kotov. One of the books that helped me become a master. Part of the ABCs of chess. Alekhine, Botvinnik, Capablanca. Uh-oh, our sound is off on, let us get started though. We have a very worthy player. The chess player is back. Let's put some sound on this. Actually, we don't need it that loud. What we need is... Ah! Sorry about that. Standard sound. I'm not sure if I like that one. Let's go back to, let's do piano. Piano is like the normal standard. Most of the top players today avoid this particular exchange variation. Most of the time preferring Can I? Knight takes, pawn takes. Bishop takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. Pawn takes. This is interesting. Knight takes e4, d takes e4, bishop takes e7. Let's see how that works. It's a rather entertaining thought. Now we have gone for it. Who knows what we'll get? Now that we've gone for it. So this does somewhat derail our normally scheduled programming. Let's tag the knight. Try to retool our efforts toward the e4 pawn. Interesting. He's got a permanent backward pawn and a terrible bishop on that square. A permanent backward pawn and a terrible bishop on that square. Let's double rooks and see if we can go after it. Knight f4 might have been the shot. Knight f4 might have been the shot. Oh no, 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 no. I don't think this turns out for me well. Despite the pawn being attacked there. Interestingly enough. This could be a problem. Can't let him get those two into. Am I concerned about this? I am. Dead lost I am most certainly. Hopefully the mic is working. Let's just check everything to make sure. Yes, we have to keep him. Once I win that pawn, I should be able to draw because these pawns are on these squares. It's a textbook draw. Just a normal textbook draw. With my pawn on the original square, I have to choose how I'm going to go to the square. I can probably just run back there right now.
Karpov said, "Hello, master."
All right, so now what I have to do is determine at what point I need to be on this square H1. So, good morning, Coxent. Cosme. So, if King H1, let's just hold it like this. Why not? No reason to let his king come any further. Usually they shove the pawn. Oh no, and now I lose.
Karpov said, "Would you like to play with me, sir?"
Absolutely. Join the dojo now, please. We are in the current Blitz feature. Did I have to take? I didn't have to take, did I? Let's just go back for a moment. Did I have to take? Could I have just played king back? Let's just check this out. If I play king back, king in, then I just move my king over, right? All I had to do was move my king still. I was not lost. It's a very well-known draw with the pawn on h2, and I blundered by playing pawn takes pawn, furthering Kaidanov's famous quote from a chess camp several years ago at St. Olaf's. It was relayed to me. All exchanges are bad for you unless you know why they are good for you. So,
Karpov said, "Can I send you the game personally?"
I actually don't play games. I play chess. Um, hold on. I will send you the arena here. You'll be able to play me immediately, if not sooner, probably, by joining this arena. Always rated, always accountable arena tournaments. I've noticed that people that cannot play in arena tournaments
Said,
are not
hello.
always playing fair.
Said, I really need your help.
GD Gunner.
Said,
Let's do it. Let's do it, GD Gunner. What do you have? What's going on? What do you need help with? I'll do everything except tie shoes. Usually I will find another younger person to tie the shoes for you. And then you will be shamed into learning to tie your own shoes in the classroom. I.e., when a whippersnapper asks the teacher to tie his shoes, and unfortunately the teachers most of the time tie the shoes for them, and then they never have any motivation to learn. But GD Gunner, what is your question? With the achievement for a checkmate without taking any pieces.
I need your help with the achievement for a checkmate without taking any pieces.
Coxunk.
Said, how do I join?
Coxunk.
Said,
You
it
may
is not
need
allowing me.
Copy link address. What is your username on Lichess? You may need to join the team Master Chess Dojo before you can enter the event. So I always run structured arenas for structured play, for improvement. That way you set little agendas for yourself. And ironically, you won't be playing aimless numbers of games ad lib without any form of improvement.
Said, my username is XOC2.
You seem like you should be good. You haven't joined the team yet. That last team message
Coxunk.
Said,
is
please
key.
send me the challenge.
The challenge is here. Joining that arena by joining the team Master Chess Dojo. I don't think you should have a problem unless you have violated the Lichess terms for whatever reason. I can look at your last few games to see. You'll also find the arena to be able to play in that particular lineup right there on Master Chess Dojo. Now, I didn't go further into your profile to see if your last 7 games. So if you have unplayed games, let's just say if you're playing a game, this is great. You played a lot of 3+2, sir. You are good. In many other arenas, you need at least 20 games. So this will help you achieve that goal of playing 20 games so that you can play 20 other games. For example, when you try to join any arena tournament, and I highly recommend the 9 a.m. arena tournament. Can I see the 9 a.m. arena tournament? The one that is held in about 3 hours. There's an under 2000 3+2 that doesn't allow any berserking, and it is quite good. It is quite good. It's one of the few increment added arena events you can join. But even if you wish to join that 3+2 in 3 hours, you're going to have to play 20 blitz games. I'm not eligible because my rating isn't under 2000, but you are going to have to play 20 blitz games.
Coxunk.
Said, can I play without arena because I am not rated in Lichess?
You do have a rating. You're about 1700. You're like just under 2000 on average. We're going to answer e4 with e5 and see what our opponent knows. We're going to test him. Uh-oh. I have to find out if he knows what he's doing. Tempted to play knight to d6, but I'm not going to. We'll look at that one afterwards. I had a question about that, right? My opponent has memorized this particular line and seems to be a little late on the draw. Just a little late on the draw. No, you don't. You don't actually have to play any blitz games because I don't have a limit.
So I need to play remaining 13 blitz to join your arena.
No, not at all. You have to join the team to play in my arena. I don't have any restrictions whatsoever. That's interesting. I have to take another free pawn just because, and then I'm going to pick up a knight. Oh no, you can't block that check. That was the awkward part. No, there are no minimum game requirements for my arenas.
Said. So why I am not able to join?
Are you a member of the team? I don't think that you are a member of the team. I'm going to look at the team list, and if your name is here, so on this page here, you may join the team. Let's see, where recent members. Iceman 110 from last weekend is the most recent member. Oh, actually, I take that back. Caleb Kiptu from this morning is the most recent member because I'd kicked him out of the team and refurbished him. So we run tournaments every single day, and I have done so forever. 1 year ago. Wow, it's showing me that I ran these things 1 year ago, but really it was in 2025. I think it's just showing everything from January. From December is 1 year ago. So yes, you have to join the Master Chess Dojo team. You're a part of our community, and then we will be competing against each other that way.
Said.
Okay.
I have joined.
I see you're here, sir. You've got it. You and I might be next. The only thing keeping us from playing at the moment is the fact that the other two players need a game. But we should be able to get one.
Said. How do I play with you?
You'll be waiting on this screen. I see you're waiting right here. And there are 3 of us in the screen waiting for a game. However, Caleb is paused. I think Caleb needs to unpause. Welcome, Caleb. Namaste. It's time for me to start redoing my starting soons. We will get paired in just a moment. Right now we're watching the game Epic versus the Chess Player. Oh, there we go. Just like that, almost as promised. Given that you're provisional, I'm going to give E4 a whirl. How are you doing, by the way, XO? Cosme. I am a traditionalist. When I first played in this position, I took the pawn on e4. My first game with black in this position, I took on e4. And apparently it's taken perhaps 40 years I'm going to fall right into the trap. Falling right into the trap. Let's keep attacking just because we can. Let's keep attacking just because we can. Now you're not castling, eh? That's intriguing. Moment of truth. Let's try to keep these pawns from uniting. You are good. Fair enough. Wow. That's craziness. What do I have to be concerned about? All right, I'm concerned. Not sure about this particular. Where is this? Let me make sure that I have a little bit of self-respect. Respect, 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 respect. You do have a lot going for you. That much is true. Can't make up my mind, my mind. Can't make up my mind, my mind, my mind. Whoops, can't play the move I thought. Can't play the move I thought. But maybe. Two pieces for a rook will have to do. Well, isn't that interesting? I got mated? Not quite. Oh, I did get mated. Should have seen that one a little bit quicker, sir. Nicely done. Just want to see how bad it was. How bad was it? All of my games are checked, by the way. So d4 is not one of the top 3 moves. D takes e5 is correct. A4, relatively correct. Bishop e3 could have been better. Bishop e3 now is probably better. Yeah. I chose the second best move, c3. Not good. And then I didn't really pressure my piece. I wasn't sure I wanted to give up the bishop like that against knight c5. It would have been the same thing, but I would have been a tempo ahead. So a5 cost me a full tempo in the opening. And then bishop e6 and black is better. The good news is we're back. I have to play king f1 now. I had thought I would choose where I put my knight. Yeah, g3 would have been circumspect. Yeah, I should have just followed through with knight c4. I don't know why I was trying to hang on to this pawn. This is an extra pawn, right? That extra pawn is a pain in my butt. Knight to e1, followed by f3. That makes a lot of sense. Did not see that piece relocation. I don't think I'm going to be able to play another one, but at least XO is playing the chess player. After this, we have a bullet arena. Starting in 10 minutes, roughly. It's quite a long bullet arena, actually. But I'm glad that Cosme has found his way. There's no way to play another game, unfortunately. This is only a matter of time between second and first place in the arena. Black's pieces are not very well coordinated. Now Black has missed his chance to play knight takes d4 and knight d7. But he has another chance. And then he gives the knight a chance to walk away, which is not good. The chess player, I would suggest exchanging on d4 for a little bit less agony in this position. Oh, and now our knight is left in the lurch here. I think we forgot about both of these pieces controlling that square. Starting to look a little sketch. Not sure what our alternative was there. What was the other candidate move that we were looking at? What was the other candidate move? That was a hard one to determine. It's unfortunate. I almost don't want to recapture that pawn. Our bishop is now a tall pawn. I probably would have played immediately the sacrifice of this pawn with knight to d7 and try to open up the lines in this direction. But now we can already see what's going on, right? And we're losing a piece. Wow. The only way to avoid losing a piece is g5. Backseating is allowed here, by the way. That doesn't save the piece, unfortunately. Now we have to determine whether or not we're going to be taking this piece or that piece. This doesn't make sense here. This doesn't really make sense here. We can't trade queens. We had to take the free pawn on h3. Just move away, it seems. That was really the ideal. I think I've cemented my third place finish. Takes. When the bishop goes to f4, will it be useful? Wow, he's cementing. He is cementing. Oh no. Is the bishop going to be able to, is the knight going to be able to save itself? As the chess player tries to. Obtain a bit of counterplay here. Unleashing the bishop at last. Ouch. C'est la vie. The chess player managed to cement his first place lead as well he should. We'll go back and we'll check out the game. Aha! Someone already beat me to it. So in this position, to be honest, after c4, bishop g7, I'm a big believer in exchanging on d4 after knight f6, knight c3. I'm a big believer in this variation. Knight takes d4 followed by d6. Personally, I feel like this is one of the most solid ways you can play. The game usually continues with moves like bishop e2, castles for black, castles for white. And a5. Actually, I like a5 a lot. a5, a4. We're about to play knight to d7 and knight to c5. We can, of course, go with the computer's plan of putting a bishop on c6, but I also like this one right away. But that's not the game continuation. The game continuation allowed the full Maroczy bind. The moment he was going to exchange, this bishop can no longer reach the c6 square. So we're going to have to actually get extremely creative. Once again, we still have the plan of a5, a4, a3, but this knight is curtailing any counterplay there. And now we're off on a tangent. I'm not entirely sure why we went for that. I think we still have to go for bishop to c6 in this position. Computer wants the immediate taking advantage of the pin with b5. There's obviously nothing wrong with that. All the good players have played in this manner, taking advantage of the unprotected knight on c3. And the moment that knight starts to get trapped, we have to start bailing.
Coxunk.
My FIDE rating is also low.
Said. What is your FIDE rating?
My FIDE rating is low. I began teaching chess full-time in the 1990s. And once you begin teaching chess full-time, Life is pretty much no longer yours. That's not a good idea. Yeah, knight to e5 straight away is probably the simplest. e6 can be played? Hard to believe, but yes. f4, e6. You do have to start chipping away at the center here. I feel it's a little late for e6 now. We have to start trying to break in other ways toward the center. Go toward those weaknesses. And once again, it's not too late to try to start extracting our knight from the edge of the board, because this pawn move is very close to devastating. And now we just set ourselves up for the fork as well. We have to move back right away. Oh, there's a nice counterattack with knight h5. Nope. Oh, we can also stop it with just h5. Just simple h5.
Karpov.
Nice.
Said. When I was 9, I don't know about en passant, and I played my first tournament with 1100.
I definitely lost to my first 1100 rated player that I played. But I was much older than you. And once again, there's more than one reason to avoid this now. Knight to d7 would have been my choice, but it's all bad for black, apparently. It's all bad for black. Nicely done, though, sir. Let's go toward the blitz, or toward the bullet.
Said. I also lost.
Well, it's a tough call. Our next event, by the way, is in the bullet arena. This is not real bullet. I'll warn you of that. This is actually increment bullet. Message all members. Copy a link address. And for the others, for any others, that is also the arena event.
Karpov.
Said. I have joined Bullet.
There you go. And I try to do it every day. The weekdays are tough because I am off to school to teach Sunrise Chess, but the Summer Swiss Series is coming. We're going to have Swiss events coming up. I don't know that we're going to have Swiss events in all three areas, but I actually might attempt it. I actually may attempt Swiss events in all three areas, but I don't know. Maybe not in the bullet, because we don't always get enough participants. Well, I haven't joined yet. Why is my rating so much higher in bullet? Who knows? In the old Internet Chess Club days, the ratings were incrementally higher online
Said.
across the board.
There are too many members.
Too many members, really? Unfortunately, there's only one right now, and it will be you and I playing head-to-head if you join the bullet arena. It is always increment, in my opinion. Always increment. So all we need now is to join this particular arena. And you and I will play head-to-head.
Said. I tried making my own engine.
Really? I have absolutely no interest in engines because I like to think for myself. However, I might fail at that. I like to think for myself. I did notice on my main
Coxsum.
page.
Said. And it needs lots of patience.
It does. I could become a much stronger player instead of designing an engine. But apparently I've done 279 simuls. I'm very anxious to get to 300 simuls.
Coxsum.
Said. Can I reach 3,000 till 2027?
Coxsum.
Said. Wish me luck.
I'm not sure how many players actually are 3,000. Let's just take a quick peek. Quite a few, actually. Almost everyone on this board on up. Alright, let's count them from here. Lu Shangli. These are in bullet, by the way. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 34, 36, 37 players over 3,000 on Lichess. I'm sure there are a lot more on cheese.com, though.
Coxsum.
Said. I need to apply for Tag How Dare I?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Are you playing as an engine, sir? Well, that's not good. I believe that it will be in the... You won't be able to play in the arena tournaments as an engine. Where is it? That's a good question. Tools. Profile.
Coxsum.
Said. I don't understand.
Well, most computer engines are not allowed to play in arena tournaments. So you may actually get the tag soon enough if you've been using an engine. But where are we? I'm looking for the help. There is a way that you can apply for the computer tag. I would definitely look in the forum. Off-topic discussions. And you can search how did I make my chess bot? Gaining center pawns does not mean you're playing better. That's not entirely the entire thing. Cinematic puzzle.
Coxsum.
said. If I used engine, I should have been B-literated.
In what way? I'm not sure if I understand the context of the use of the word. There is a way to get a tag. There is a way to apply to be an engine. Why am I not getting a warning? Rage baited.
Coxumk.
Said. Making people rage-abated.
You know, that doesn't happen here as much as on the world's most popular server for amateurs. I feel like certainly someone could get upset, but to tell you the truth, I really don't think that it matters. People that are upset about other people cheating are usually just paranoid in general anyway. Let's do this and fix that. Spelling error. That correction there. Anatoly Karpov lamented yesterday or so in the last 48 hours about the Soviet Union and the loss of the Soviet chess school because there are no Russian players in the top 20. Believe it or not, there are no Russian players in the top 20 in the world at the moment. Is that hard to believe that Nepo has fallen out of the top 20 in the world? I can't believe that. Maybe he meant the top 10. It's possible that Nepo has fallen out of the top 10. All of the Indian players have taken over. India has a government-sponsored program, corporation-sponsored program. When I see a biography like this, I absolutely like to get them. I have the semi-closed openings in action. In fact, I had 2 copies of that. I gave one away. The other one is signed by Karpov. And I have the semi-open game. So I'm looking for the open game and the closed openings in action. I don't think I have the Ohms edition of his best games. I believe I have that in a paperback version. External links. I wish every strong grandmaster had a link to 2700chess.com. List of players by peak FIDE rating. Now, can we get Garry Kasparov? Wow, that's a lot of players. There we go. 2700chess.com. So this is all of the
Marcel
2700s.
Said. Morning, John.
Good morning, Richie. I am back. I was just commenting on Karpov's tweet that there are no Russian players in the top 20, and I had a hard time believing that. Nepo is 17th, so that defies a bit of the logic. By a hair, he's in the top 20. Gukesh is 20th. How have you been? How's the family? This is my first time back. I love this little graph that 2700 Chess has going. Is that craziness or what?
Arsenal fan Ricky
said. To be fair, it's a little bit by manipulation. Probably Karjakin would probably still be in top 20 if he wasn't TDQ'd by FIDE.
Ah, but was he DQ'd by FIDE or did he DQ himself? I believe he could have fixed the situation by addressing the situation and clarifying that he does not deserve to be.
What if engine could be made so that if you made a move it could calculate the whole game according to the rating of the opponent, and it's
Coxumk
said. Prediction.
Good morning, Richie. By the way, if you want to join me in the bullet, we're here.
Arsenal fan
said. Well, his comments were regrettable, but chess players aren't known for their intelligence on political matters. Let us be honest, Kasparov isn't exactly known Chomsky either.
That's a very good comparison. I don't know, I think it was the fact that he doubled down with a picture of Putin behind his desk and his active ambassadorship on behalf of Russia, traveling to or speaking against and furthering the anti-Semitic fake remarks by the administration that did it. I believe there were several strikes that led to the ban. It wasn't just that he said one thing that was awkward or less than intelligent. Let's just put it that way. He really knew how to ingratiate himself with the public and the world. I have a lot of rating points here for grabs. This is my highest rating of all of mine at the moment, and it's in bullet. Can you imagine?
Said. Thanks for the opportunity to play with you.
Ah, you're not joining the bullet? This is strange that I'm 21-22. Did I make...
Arsenal fan Ricky
said. I wanted to platform you by making my thoughts on anti-Semitism heard. I look at it as a form of weaponized censorship.
Deplatform me. No, I mean, it's a very loosely used word as it turns out. It's definitely worth a discussion, honestly. For example, the fact that Zoran Mamdani exists means that...
Said. Why is she saying coxum?
I don't think that the computer knows how to pronounce your name. How do you pronounce it? We can try a different pronunciation. Let me find the speech chat settings. Voice. Let's go with this one. Let's see what happens when we
Coxumk
Said. Mâinii mai este pirate texoțe ZMC.
You can always tell me a fact.
Said. Can I tell you a fact?
That is a terrible, terrible Russian accent.
Arsenal fan Ricky
said. It's probably best not to have that discussion on stream, John, to anybody liberal in thinking it's just a recipe for disaster, especially as Twitch is one of the worst offenders in censorship of words with literally zero racial context.
That is true. We've learned that with Hikaru referring to black and white in a chess game. I think he definitely got banned, or one of his videos got taken down by YouTube as a result of it. That is true. I try to be open-minded as much as I can.
I have reached 150k subs in YT.
Wow. Are those real subs? I mean, I know that I could reach that
Arsenal
number,
fan Ricky.
but
Said. That is extremely impressive. Well done. Is that for chess content?
I'm looking. XOC is the only one.
Said.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Coxumk.
Said. I grinded them.
Your shorts have very
Arsenal fan
limited
Ricky.
views for that
Said.
number of
Hi
subscribers.
Dark Blade 512.
Dark Blade, how is uni going? How are those exams going? I'm hoping you're done by now. Our great moderator and Discord magician. To check out Cosmos, I would actually pronounce it a little differently. That's not it. I need to go to his channel somehow. The 170,000 subscribers is a little sus. The 170,000 subscribers is a little sus. So the Blitz Arena is finished. Reload. Oh no, I didn't get rid of the comma here. I thought I did. Got rid of the comma on the bullet. The 5 assignments, that's amazing. One of my students who has Greek lessons this morning before a chess lesson.
Coxumk.
Said. I have 19 mil in one short.
Oh, I didn't look at the shorts. Hold on. That is very cool. No, I see the numbers now. I was looking at the wrong page before. Very, very, very impressive. All right, and we're off. Tony the Man is here. We have it. We're live.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Whoa.
Said. I bought a 4K webcam last week.
Nice.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, so people can view my pimples in extraordinary detail.
Don't we hate it when that happens?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, honestly, I am more concerned with nostril hair.
It is a concern. That much is
Coxum.
true.
Said, 4K, that's a lot.
I think that's pretty standard nowadays. For the most part. Something wrong with this picture, I'm telling you. There is something wrong with this picture. Three are
Arsenal fan
covering.
Ricky.
Said, I mean, I wouldn't complain if Everton win, Paul, but of course I am just happy we got over the line.
I'm looking forward to May 30th, Richie. I'm looking forward to May 30th. There is an
Coxum.
event I might actually
Said.
watch.
4K in India is like buying a new four-wheeler.
Looks like I'm getting my pawn back with a bit of interest. Just
Arsenal
a wee
fan
bit
Ricky.
of interest.
Said, lol.
What in the world is going on here? He's exchanging this for that. I don't think that he's going to save this one. And one of my favorite
Jay
quotes,
Pusha.
we have more where that one
Said.
came from.
Are you up for playing some 1-0?
1-0? No.
Coxum.
I am rarely a 1-0
Said.
player.
Arsenal, what do you do and how old are you?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, join the arena Jai.
He's not saving himself here. Yes, yes. How do
Arsenal
I
fan
go
Ricky.
for him?
Said, I am old and my primary profession is being woken up at 5 a.m. by my children complaining about something.
Jay Pusha.
Said, maybe some 3-0.
Hoberg.
Said, hello.
Coxum.
Said, WHT is 3-0.
All right.
Hoberg.
Said, how are you?
Hoberg.
I'm doing very good, Friedrich.
Said, doing.
I had a good 8 days off or 7 days off from streaming by accident. Going to Baltimore? No, going to Austin, Texas really messed me up time wise. For 1 hour, also because I think I just couldn't get up that early. I literally could not get up that early. It was terrible.
Coxum.
Said.
That is correct.
Chess does not allow pre-moving more than one time.
That is correct. This is a real chess game that we're playing here. On the server, the world's #1 server for amateurs, you can make as many pre-moves and nonsense if you'd like a video game. But chess is not a video game. Chess is an academic sport.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Premature moves are perfectly normal for people of our age.
Good morning, Paul. I have not had any time at all to include our previous...
That's disgusting.
Oh no, but you have to take care of the problem on d5 before you can develop this bishop.
Chess is better.
Well, I wouldn't call it chess. I would not call it chess. I would not call it chess at all.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Chesse vato loco.
All right. Let me know when you've got them all, because I am going to... Eye in the sky. It's true. I saw this one coming, Frederick. Winning the queen.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Beautiful mate.
Well, he could have given up his queen.
Said. The reader is tripping in chess and chesse.
I don't have Yvette Nagel. Yvette Nagel is how I met Yvette Sarawan. In 2000 or 2001, I met Yvette Nagel and Yasser Sarawan in Seattle during the U.S. Championship, sponsored by Microsoft.
Hoberg.
Said. Crying.
Yeah, that was a rough one. But you did very okay, but you can't develop your bishop in this line. It is actually a little bit of a myth. You have to give up the center before you can develop the bishop, or you can play one of the lines, like the semi-Slav, where your bishop is still hemmed in.
Coxum.
Said. Do you go live daily in Kick?
I will return to live daily now that summer is here. I'm going to California in the 3rd or 4th weekend of July, so when I'm in California, there's a good chance that I will not be live daily, unless I change the hours of our arena tournaments for that period of time. Oh no. Oh no, Paul, what happened? What happened yesterday, Paul? I'm sorry to hear that. I need to put a little cord organizer. I have these nice adhesive cord organizers that go, the little strip with little slots that I can put on the side of my desk.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. I lose 3 in a row all the time. What's the problem?
Hoberg.
Said. Gussa, I need to play more video games, lol.
Coxumk.
Said. That essay lots of chess knowledge in your background.
It's true. We have not just those two bookcases, but the same number of books that are on that wall are on this wall. That wall has trophies and plaques and a sofa. But this wall also has the same number of books as behind me. And the books that are on the table, I'm attempting
Arsenal
to
fan
get
Ricky.
into the bookcases.
Said. Paul losing streak, longest streak, 16 games pulled from Lichess split screen.
And for those of you interested in knowing more about how badly you're doing, you can go to your profile and tap on, let's just say, I'll look at my bullet, for example, because I wanted to check. Wait a minute. My highest rating was 2128 from the other day. Wow, I didn't even realize that I had broken my highest rating in bullet. But 2 plus 1 isn't really bullet. So my longest losing streak is 18 games. 18 games in a row in 2023, September 23rd. Grandmaster Mark Arnold's mother's birthday. Let's put Mr. Mark Arnold up there.
Said. Hikaru got 100 games in a row.
Really? He lost 100 games. I should be able to get my winning streak to being longer than my losing streak. But let's check the blitz. 9 games in a row in blitz, but my winning streak is 26. That's good. And in rapid, these are the only ones that count. 13 game losing, 36 games, 3 times longer on winning. So classical I definitely have, and I believe that this could be
Said.
influenced by... This one could be influenced by simul games. They might be influenced by simul games. My tortoise rating on Lichess. I believe that all of our ratings on Lichess should be lower than chess.com if you are paying for chess.com. So today is the Ginky Memorial. I will copy that image and put it in the...
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. My Lichess ratings are lower than .com also.
Discord.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. But that's just because Lichess don't actually ban anybody anymore.
Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. Now that I'm streaming again regularly, I think it's one every... Well, because our community is closed, and because I absolutely do require... How did I hear about you? Voxbot. Hold on, where is my Discord? There it is. IRL tournaments. A mentor of mine, one of the best players in the world around 1999, 2000. One of the best players in the world. I lost 2 of them now. The 2001 the 2001 World 9-Ball Champion and the 2009-2008 U.S. Open Champion, back-to-back years. Mika Immonen also died recently, and I was at his funeral, unfortunately. I have to decide. You know these things that they give you, right?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, when you go to a funeral and they hand out these biographies and, let's just say, the funeral agendas. This one is not necessarily the nicest of ones. It was put together at the last minute for memorial service at Amsterdam Billiards. But I can't throw it away. I just can't throw it away. I can't bring myself to throw it away. It's like stuff that I'm not going to keep.
Said, do you know Alien Gambit? It is so disturbing to Caro Can.
Really? I don't think it's disturbing at all. It's pretty much a win for black. I think I would have ignored that bishop, but okay. He's doing the same thing here. King takes. It's getting a little sketchy. Oh no. I think I would have left that one alone. Using the skewer. No, he had the skewer. Tony the Man is not necessarily so tactically proficient.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, it is sometimes humbling when you look at somebody's eulogy. When I first joined Pool Chess Club, there was a man, David Lockwood, who I played extensively when I was learning the ropes. He passed away a few years back. Went to his funeral. He traveled the world as Christian missionary, etc. Lots of good deeds he never spoke of.
Coxump.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. That's terrible.
Every gambit.
Let's make this a little bigger. How about that? Tony the Man. Let's answer e4 with e5 again. How about that? Just because I like the dojo in the background. I haven't really played enough Petrovs. Following Magnus Carlsen's lead, most recently.
Coxump.
Said, bigger is better.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, Coxum gambits are important for testing your understanding as the player-up material. It is principled play to give up material for time, and the Caro can sometimes be somewhat automatic as black.
Can I just break through?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said,
Maybe I should have developed
if you dislike
first.
facing gambits, you could attempt to play them as the side gambiting to try and understand what works and hinders your play as the gambitier.
Machalata Bob.
Said, good morning MCD, how are you doing, sir?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, Damiano's defense Paul is in 2f6.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, you sacrifice your knight on e5.
Coxump.
Said, but is mice the position of back so isolated to the king, allowing white to farm brilliancy?
Interesting, interesting.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, share the game ILL, take a look, Paul.
Do I have a choice? I don't really have a choice here.
Coxumk.
Said, whatsoever Arsenal.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, oh right.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, DM me on Lichess with it, then my username is same as here.
Coxumk.
Said, what is the highest ELO you faced?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
On
Said,
Lichess or in real life?
beautiful combination.
Yeah, it was
Arsenal
quite
fan
lovely.
Ricky.
It worked out well.
Said, 3,100 Coxim.
I can't see. I feel like your name is not justified in the
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, I won as well against Minla.
Coxumk.
Said, real life.
Oh, well, in real life, I've played Judith Polgar. She made me look like a beginner. She may be the highest rated player. Gata Kemsky, of course. Played 2 games against 6-time U.S. champion Walter Brown. Probably would have to be Judith Polgar. I do not know what the ratings were. I only know the people. International Master 2666. Wait a minute now. Chess's Love was only 2501, but in Bullet I thought it was Father Gascoigne. But I guess I've beaten something since then. Father Gascoigne is a good friend of mine, Sebastian, from Norway. He doesn't
Coxumk.
have his name here. He has-
Said, why the Coxim fell so good?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, you crushed it, Paul. The way you played it apart from finding the fastest mate is the optimal method.
Absolutely. Sixth game from the top, Paul 1E4.
Coxumk.
Said, engined Paul.
Yeah, he just didn't find the fastest mate, I can already tell. Now this, of course, is the fastest way to lose. D5 is a little more problematic, and then after bishop takes, queen to g3 check has to be found. But in this particular case, d4, and now the
Coxumk.
irony is,
Said, that I am Coxim.
that you didn't find checkmate in 1. You went with the standard one. So, for example, the standard one would be working here. But yes, you did have the slightly faster mate, but you pummeled him nicely. Oh no, and you missed another mate in one. I do highly recommend that you train yourself for mate in ones by going to the puzzle dashboard or puzzle themes, scrolling down to the mates,
Coxum.
and try to do
Said,
100 mate in
I
ones.
is a gambit right.
I is a
Coxum.
gambit, right?
Said, sack the knight brilliant.
Indeed, yep. So notice how you have to use everything at your disposal. Without this pawn on the board, or without this rook on the board, it would be a little bit cleaner. But you don't really gain any rating points for these mates. Again, the theme seems to be the same, right? These are diagonal mates. Oh, I actually did gain a rating point. I must have it on the
Arsenal
hardest
fan
possible
Ricky.
setting.
Said, I think you re good enough to find the mate Paul, but you spent 1 second on RxH6.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, it is a bullet habit.
Yeah, it is. See a move, play a move. All right, let's get our... Let's edit this one to get the comma out of there. We can also put Anatoly's first name in here.
Coxum.
Said, Arsenal fan Richie said I faked you.
I'm not sure of the context. Ah, Min Lee.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Nice win, Arsenal
Said.
fan.
You only get those perks with the tier 3 coxim.
Aha.
Coxum.
Said, sussy.
So this time we are in the Rapid and Classical Dojo. And let's send out the notification. Control C.
Coxum.
Said, stream is a brie to you and me Arsenal.
Yeah, I was
Arsenal
actually going to
fan
be
Ricky.
streaming again yesterday.
What do you mean?
Now words.
Thanks so much for subscribing.
Now words.
Said, 3 years is a bit insane.
Namaste. No words. Welcome back. Live from South Africa.
Coxum.
Said, you are twitchy and me UT.
Well, I do both. Obviously, you can tell that I've done quite a number of videos on YouTube.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, oh, a bridge, yeah.
$762, thank you for the sub. I don't know who the latest sub was. Chess peaked for itself? No. Someone subbed, but we didn't get a notification. We did not get a notification. Namaste, though. No words.
Coxum.
You are... Oh,
Said,
I can't tell you how...
Namaste is a Hindi word, right?
I think it's more of a Tibetan word more than anything. I think it's almost a little bit universal in that area.
Coxum.
Said, I just subbed.
Thank you so much. I still have yours up. I have to sub as well. I cannot believe how successful you've been. It's pretty awesome. $763. So I have how many videos? 1,000,
Coxum.
over 1.4 thousand
Said.
videos.
Namit app Kaiser High app Kodek Kar Kusi Hui.
You're going to expose my Americanism not being able to had one of those nice little mirror images where you had the image inside the image inside the image inside the image on YouTube because the channel was showing. Wow, look at this. The whole gang is here, including Matcha Latte Bob. Our students yesterday were really bothered by Matcha Latte Bob showing up in the school account, even though he is a former student from our school. I think Matcha Latte Bob won the tournament yesterday with one game. And he berserked against poor J36. I do need coffee, though.
Coxum.
Said,
Met you with greatness.
it means I met you with greatness and I love to meet you, sir.
I will be at the World Championship. I do not know which dates or which games I'm going to attend.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, that is nice.
Matchalata Bob.
Said, yup, I am back. I just won once.
Let's go. Let's see if I can check the calendar. I can almost tell you the dates. I will be there the Thanksgiving weekend, which is usually the fourth weekend in November, the fourth Thursday in November. So I will probably be there wherever the World Championship is going to be held. I will probably be there the 25th through the 28th of November. I will be at the World Chess Championship from the 25th through the 28th of November.
Coxum.
Depending on where it is, I may try to
Said,
stay longer.
Thanks, Arsenal.
Last time I got to hang out with Anand and chess coach Andres. And there were
Now
other very strong
Said,
grandmasters
Do
here.
you
of
recommend
course.
any books against the Stonewall attack?
Against the stone wall? I don't necessarily know that there is a book against the stone wall, but probably the number one book that I recommend overall. I don't know if you like to play the Grunfeld or the Nimzo Indian or the King's Indian. So that's really the first basis in how you want to approach the stone wall. What structure do you prefer, though? No words. Personally, against the stone wall, I would adopt a reverse Dutch strategy if I really had to, involving g6. I wonder if I can search my games. I'm trying to think of what ECO code the stone wall is. Or if I can search by opening. Opponent name, white, black, result, color, winner color. We can also just go to my opening explorer. And when I've been black. D4, let's take it at its root for the most part. Now I do believe that the stone wall works best against D5. No one has played F4 on the second move. But let's go with E3. I almost always play C5. C3. Knight C6, F4. I drew with Vampire Abbey just not long ago. And I chose F6, which is really, really not good. But I don't think there was anything wrong with it.
Coxumk.
Yeah, that's what I chose to
Arsenal
do.
fan Ricky.
I intercepted his, you can play knight c6 and f6 in order to, but
Said,
it comes with other drawbacks.
You can
indeed.
play NC6 and F6 to prevent a stone wall, although it also comes with other drawbacks.
Now words.
Said, him looking into for one of my students have VNT taught him too many openings. Would you say Nimzo, Indian or Grunfield?
Well, I believe in illustrative games rather than concentrating so much on the opening itself. That way you get all of the ideas of the middle game following into, and that way you know where you're going after the opening, and it will help guide you in placing your pieces for the middle game. So one of my favorites, let's see if I can even get there from here with this, with these earbuds.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, Pillsbury played Stonewall a lot as white right, maybe could study some of his losses.
Now, I don't know if you can get this book, but the Kaufman opening repertoire for white and black is a really good, useful tool for games to show as illustrative games. Now, this one is the new one, which is E4 as white, but the old version of this was D4. And I believe he's still recommending
Said,
the Spanish
all
is black.
languages opening are not so good right.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, what does a wrestler know about chess?
Larry Kaufman. I'm thinking of the world senior champion, Larry Kaufman. The world senior champion, Larry Kaufman, because he became world senior champion, he became a GM. He was amazingly enough, he was an IM for all of my lifetime for the most part. Queen's Pawn openings. So the really cool part about the original book,
Arsenal fan Ricky.
which is not up there.
Said, yeah, that must have been before Jerry Lawler pile-drivered him on his head.
I don't see it. So no words. Getting back to your lessons for a younger student, basically I actually believe in the Tarrasch defense and sacrificing the d5 pawn a la the Dubov Tarrasch. So the really cool part about the original book like this, it was written like a 2-in-1 book. You go through the white portion and then you turn it over, and the back cover is for the black opening repertoire. And it has complete games. But other than that, I also believe in 500 Master Games of Chess by Tartakower and Dumont. 500 Master Games of Chess, I think, is still available, and it's a very inexpensive book. Basically, playing through all of those to give the opening principles to the best of your ability
Now
is
words.
relatively key.
Said, that is amazing. We'll see if I can get it. Thanks for the help.
Now, it also works for us, amazingly enough. Interesting. My opponent is on to me. He knows exactly what I'm up to. Now he has the move e5. At least I stopped that one from happening. So now what's going on here?
Coxumk.
Said, look up the Viswanathan Anand interview with Lich's thumbnail. In it he is like, where the hell I am.
I don't know if I want to back up my bishop. Do I want to back up my bishop? Am I really concerned about this? I don't think so. But we will batten down the hatches just so. And now my entire king side is very close to being destroyed. Fortunately, he has nowhere to sacrifice this particular knight. But basically, we've both started playing chess without completing the opening here,
Coxumk.
which bothers me to a great
Said.
extent.
His face is like he just saw a poopy of Hikaru munched in chess pieces. Haha, funny.
I am a little bothered by this. I don't think I have a choice here. All right, so my original intention was to play, but he's got bishop check, bishop check.
Coxumk.
Said, who is your inspiration, Paul?
Who is your inspiration? That is a good question. I really should have treated this opening with a little bit more respect. With a little more respect. Oh no, no, no. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, oh, oh.
Coxum.
Said. Brilliant calming by White in 3-2-1.
Indeed. All right, here it is. Trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm in big, big trouble. So here a check, there a check, everywhere a check, check. Can I survive this? Really, I never knew.
Coxum.
Said. No, you are not.
Coxum.
Said. He indeed his mistake.
He's threatening checkmate in 2. I feel like life is going to be difficult here. I'm down so much against Pillsbury. I play so poorly against Pillsbury. He is plus 32 games. Yeah, queen to e3 check was not necessarily the best, right? I believe I'm just facing checkmate in 2. Or 1, depending on how you look at it.
Coxum.
Said. No booty is in chat looks like in deep concentration.
Nobody is in chat. Where's that coming from? YouTube? I didn't see it in my other speech chat. Yes. I just wanted to see what happened in this one. Yeah, e5 is such a terrible move to allow. h5, interesting. I did not consider e takes f5.
Coxum.
Said. What are you drinking, Paul? Looks like drink from Cheese Cola Company.
Cheese Cola Company. So now I'm almost back in it. If I played e5, knight takes d4, bishop takes h3. Yeah, that makes sense. And d to e6, bishop g4. Wow. All right, fair enough. Matcha Latte is ruling the roost at the moment with a berserk against. Against Faubourg? No, against Rakumar Genius.
Coxum.
Said. Evaluation bar is not trustworthy.
No, it's not always trustworthy. It's reasonably trustworthy, but it's not always trustworthy. Champion Baku, where are you? He's playing Arsenal fan Richie. Tony the Man is playing Ram Kumar Genius. And Matsalate Bob is playing. So it looks as though I might get Champion Baku or Arsenal fan Richie. It was Faubourg who asked not to be berserked, by the way. Faubourg has asked not to be berserked. That doesn't mean...
Said. You have machines, but not evaluation made by them.
No, Robert. My
Match
bishop
Alaba.
has been there for 600
Said.
years.
Oh, sorry, F. Hoberg, I didn't know you asked to not be zerked.
Coxum.
Said. Hate.
Let's just keep developing. Here a check, there a check, everywhere a check, check. Let's break through. I have to remember that I berserked.
Coxum.
Said. What is zerked?
When you berserk, as I did,
Coxum.
Said. It is really not a 18 more stream.
we're not going to do anything here.
Coxum.
Said. How do you move? You do not have a pointer.
I have a touchscreen. How can I get him here? Just trying to coordinate my pieces, folks. Just trying to coordinate my pieces. A handless pointer, yes. I have a touch screen. The drawback with the touch screen when I had my microphone attached to the desk is that you would hear or sitting on the it was sort of anchored on the screen was that you would hear me tapping. Yeah, it's just a polite thing to do. It was nice that Frederick, I don't blame you for not remembering. I remembered only because, is this my GoPro 12? My Hero 12. I needed to take it with me on the last expedition. And I did not. Let's see if I can tell the difference between these headsets. Basically, I have some cheap headsets, and then I have the Sony headsets.
Said. What's your age?
I am 39.
Coxum.
Said. You look too young.
I appreciate that. Are these the Sony? I feel like I might be using the Sony, but maybe not. Oh, these are the Sony. I should be using these. They all look so similar, to be honest. All right, I'm going to lose you for just a moment as I swap out. Neither of these headsets have a microphone. But interestingly enough, I can hear myself in them. What is up with that? How do I hear myself in my own microphones? That's so crazy. Are you hearing an echo? Anyone? Very unusual. I can even hear myself breathing. That's so strange. Let me know if you hear the echo or if you hear me breathing. These headsets are very sensitive to external noise. The meme of Maggie Mann.
Coxum.
Said. Do you know the meme of Maggie Mann?
I guess I do know now. Maggie memes. Oh. Why am I... Oh no, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to berserk. I didn't see who I was playing. I very much apologize. We both made this mistake on our way back. I'm so sorry, Frederick. Apologies, apologies, apologies. Try not to move the same piece in the opening.
Coxum.
Said. Magnus Carlsen makes me happy every night, such a great man.
Oh, I don't want to know about that. I do not want to know. This sounds like there's too much information to follow. Way too much information to follow here. And now for something completely different, I'm going to you.
Coxum.
Said. Our prelinguisted son Hikaru Nakamura.
It's interesting, it's true, but I'm threatening to threaten. He did have a good tactic there. I'm not winning a piece as a result of it. I should have.
Matchalada Bob.
Said. I just ICBM my opponent.
Oh, no, you did not. Is that the Lafong Gambit, by the way? Did you Lafong him? I was really threatening this now. I was really threatening that.
Matchalada Bob.
Said. No, it is the England.
With bishop c5. Oh no. All right, Frederick, I'm so sorry. I will not do that again. I'm out of practice. I haven't been streaming for 8 days. I wonder if the reason I wasn't using these Sony headphones.
Rook was a brilliant, you missed it.
The rook was a brilliant. Rook was... Or in dreams.
Or in dreams.
Bishop h6 would have been more effective, I think, but knight d5 was... I'm so sorry, Frederick. I apologize again. I was not looking at the name of my opponent. I only looked at the fact that I had 6 seconds left.
On the board, how do I practice?
Personally, I like to play through the games of great players. It does make me very slow, but playing through the games of great players, Alekhine, Botvinnik, Capablanca, the ABCs.
Said. No prob.
Well, I mean, it's water under the bridge at this point. I appreciate your understanding that I did not look. I just did not look to see who I was playing. No, it's not cool. It was not cool. All I was thinking about was Matcha Latte Bob, berserking everybody. I'm competing with Mr. Latte. However, he's playing Tony the Man now, so we have to hope that Tony the Man actually brings a game to the table. But it looks like Matcha Latte has a little bit going, but that's it's a 2 pieces for a queen.
Said. The end of stream.
The Maggie meme. They have Maggie meme invert generators. Meme generators. I did not know about this. This is something that my grandson would know about. I don't really like it that much.
Coxum.
Said. It has been 2 hours. Paul, take some break.
I have never braked. It has been 2 hours.
Coxum.
Said. You might be a happy man.
We do have to step away. We've avoided all exchanges at least. No, we don't want to trade pieces. This is like way too much material to be doing this. My nemesis Ariel Zamora. I'm doing okay against him. I don't remember playing Pillagim, but I have 6 and 2 against him for some strange reason. And 2 and 7, the champion from Baku. He is a worthy opponent. G6 may be happening. Queen E1. I think I prefer Queen E1. I probably wouldn't have recaptured. Ah, I see. He was trying to guard G5. But now we're actually shish kebabbed along the diagonal. The champion of Baku is going to be coming into B2 in just a moment. Queen E5. Bishop D4. Queen takes G5. Knight C7.
Coxum.
Said. It was his consistency in chess.
It was, yes. Ratings go that low. It is quite incredible.
Coxumk.
Said. Chat got missed, not transferred.
Really? Hold on 1 second. I'm checking all of the chats. I have about 4 chat windows open.
Coxumk.
Said. I am writing again.
Really? Hold on 1 second.
Madden C.
Thanks for following.
Madden PC. Madden at 35. He likes to play Madden. Thank you so much for following. Please be certain to get us on YouTube as well if you get a chance. Or find us on all of our socials. When this channel is in sub-only mode, YouTube will always give you text-to-speech. I don't think I can catch Matcha Latte Bob unless Miro on the Edge is in. Miro on the Edge. Tall 8667. Wow. Tony the Man has actually managed I don't know if I would have allowed Queen to H2 check there. I really need a head-to-head with Matcha Latte Bob and we berserk. Mutual berserk. Matcha Latte Bob did not berserk Tony the Man.
Said. Chat is not transferring.
Coxumk.
But
Said.
you're typing in
What
YouTube.
is wrong?
Message hold for review. Oh.
Matchalata Bob.
Magnus was a
Said.
boy.
I wish I sacked my rook for his bishop because I see NATATTCK any of his pawns lol.
That was interesting. Now this pawn should be lost. We'll find out in just a moment if the pawn is lost. Do I want to do it that way? I am in trouble. I'm in a lot of trouble. What do I want to do? I'm just going to lose this one. I'll get over it. over it.
Coxumk.
Said. Once Hikaru Nakamura predicted the whole game in just one move of the game, which was e4.
Yeah, he pre-moved the whole game. Now what? Now what is it?
Matchaladabop.
Said. I am horrible at endgames and don't know what I am doing, lol.
Coxumk.
Said. How is it possible by a human?
It's very possible. Very possible.
Coxumk.
Said. Like I am alien, so I don't get it.
Risking it all, indeed, indeed, indeed.
Coxumk.
Said. Guess my age.
Am I worried about this? I am certainly worried about.
Said. I'm 17.
Oh, I missed my chance. It is true. It is true.
Matchaladabop.
Said. GGS all.
I only have 7 seconds. It's true.
Coxumk.
Said. Reader, can T read this? Oh.
Yeah. Nicely done, sir. It was quite an entertaining game there for a second. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Oh, is this not checkmate? Ah, but we do have a lesson coming up. We do have a lesson coming up. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. You do have to study a lot more. Oh no.
Coxum.
Volberg has met his end.
Remove the animation of the moves for fast play.
That's true, but I am not actually playing fast on purpose. It is more valuable to me, the instructional value and the seeing of the moves and the analyzing of the moves and the Anna Cesar, namaste, me hippie.
Ancestor.
Good game,
Said.
sir.
I am the hippie.
Congrats, Matcha Latte Bob, his second win in 2 days in the Rapid. And this time it was really deserved. I need to go up and make sure that I get Paul's birthdays. Uh-oh. Wait just a minute. Did I lose those birthdays? Where did they go? Hold on, I have more than one chat to grab the birthdays from.
Said. Hi.
Paul 184 had them on Kick. There we go. Fortunately, the Kick. So the last one you gave me was Yvette. Yvette Sirwan was the last one you gave me.
Machalata Bob.
Said. Do you know what to do to limit the impact of tilting because I tilt so much?
Well, I believe that tilting is a product of anger management, which I think I addressed the last time when Arsenal fan Richie and I were talking about it. Basically, just you have to let go and know that the pieces have no memory. Therefore, neither should you. Because the pieces have no memory, neither should you. So yeah, Eric Kislik, Lonely Winter, Zabo.
Coxum.
Said. You heard a noise of your inside. He was like, what a stupid I am doing stream which do not impact my life.
That is true too. That is very true too. Let's save this one. And I'm quite happy with the I'm very happy with the Kick viewers being at 4. That's very impressive. Thank you for following on Kick, and thank you for checking out the amazing power of Chess Informant. Let's do that really quickly.
Said. Take break, Paul, you look too congested.
I don't think he knows what Paul looks like. You were very funny. I want to thank everyone for being here and celebrating Anatoly Karpov's birthday on 5/23. It's another friend of mine's birthday. I have to remember to message them. I am going to be rushing off to a lesson, so it looks as though we have a couple of places to go. If anybody has any suggestions, I believe that we are heading to the St. Louis Chess Club for the Super Chess Classic and Namaste, everyone.
Coxum.
Let's roll the ending credits.
Said. Sorry, because I am going to personal.
Oh, no. That was a little bit personal indeed. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for being here. Cheers and ciao. Please check out and subscribe to YouTube. That helps immensely toward the channel as we get an edge our way closer to
Natural
1K and
Said.
monetization. For what it's
Namaste.
worth, a few pennies per month always helps. I am subbed from 4 different accounts when I can to many of my favorite channels. Work account, school account, yada 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 account. And Chris, thank you for subscribing. No words. Thank you for the 3 years. Namaste. Have a terrific day, everyone.